I'm joined by Mayo footballer Paddy Durcan. Paddy, how are you doing? Just quickly jump straight into it. How do you reflect on the 2020 season?
Yeah, look, it was an enjoyable season. Just great to be able to play, I suppose. At that time of year, I suppose the last quarter of the year there wasn't too much happening besides. So, it was great to be able to play. It was a bit strange playing in front of no crowds though. But like I said, look, we were happy to be able to play all the same, and looking forward to getting back to it this year whenever we're free to do so, I suppose.
Yeah, you've had a raft of retirements there over the past couple of months. But the flip side is, in the last year, you've blooded so many new players. There's kind of, I suppose, ever evolving transition with this team.
Yeah, I suppose they certainly a lot of the younger guys added a lot to us last year. The likes of Oisin and Owen and Tommy and the likes of that like that. They brought a lot to the group. So obviously we've had a good few retirements this year just gone by as well. So you can be sure probably the team dynamic is going to change a good bit more in the year ahead. But look, that's a part and parcel of sport that happens, and I suppose probably going to happen to us as a group over the coming months, I suppose.
And just one thing that kind of struck me, with COVID and all this, and everything has changed over the last year. There's always been this talk of the one of the hurdles that Mayo has, which is players being based outside the county, and there's crisscrossing of the country and all that. Do you think things are going to change somewhat in terms of that obstacle because of the advent of remote working or whatever? Will that change things?
Yeah, it probably will. I suppose we would have seen that probably firsthand last year. We had very few guys based in Dublin, just given the work environment has changed, and a lot more of the lads were working at home or were able to work at home. So the travel distance was definitely a lot less for most fellas. So that was probably a positive. I suppose probably the geographical landscape of working will probably change now on the back of COVID in times ahead, and people will be able to work at home a lot more. So I suppose that probably only is a positive for us as a playing group in Mayo. The more fellas we can get home base, the better, and the less amount of travel time, it'll only help the bodies. You know what I mean?
And do you feel that Mayo are in as good a position to again challenge this season? I mean, there was that player transition we talked about, all those debutants, and in many of the games, like you were excellent in a number of the games. So you feel that you're right up there at the sort of the usual level, I suppose.
Yeah, look, I'd like to think so. A new year brings new challenges, though, and stuff like that. And I suppose you're starting at the same level as everybody else. But yeah, look, I'd be optimistic where we're at. A lot of new guys introduced last year. I'm sure there'll be a couple of more hopefully this year. And yeah, just can't wait to get back. I suppose don't know when that'll be. But as soon as we're able to get back playing, we'll be delighted to do so, and hopefully, yeah, pit ourselves right up there with anybody else.
And do you think like that county teams should be going back first? I mean, that seems to be what we've heard for a long time. But just considering it's fewer teams would be involved and maybe more professional setups at county level than club. Let's be honest about it, that. Generally, is the way it is. Do you think it'd be better to run off club, both county league, championship, and then go club later in the year?
It probably would. I suppose it looks like that's the way they're going to go at the minute. So look, I'd say that probably is the best way to do it. But you'd like to think that hopefully the club won't get pushed back too much as well, because it'll be the bulk of. I know even for our own club, I think we finished around July or August gone by. So it's looking like maybe club championship won't be till October or something like that, maybe this year. So look, that is a long way too, especially for club players. So that's tough, but. It does look like, yeah, they're going to go with county first. So yeah, I think that's probably the right way to do it. But hopefully the club can get played sooner rather than later as well.